creepy.
Where's Mr. Bear?
I haven't seen Mr. Bear, Callum. Stay in the car. I'll go and ask information.
Attention, patrons. The park is now closed. Please make your way to the car park at your earliest convenience. Employees prepare the park for shutdown.
Callum was born the day this place opened. This is his favorite place in the world. What?
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son's teddy bear. Hey, stop! I think your boy just ran into the park. I'll unlock the gates for you.
Alright, let's do this. Such a happy park. So pretty and happy.
Wait up there for Mommy, Callum.
Come on, this way.
Aw, they got bingo. Such a happy looking place.
Callum, I told you to wait in the car. There's something special about the entrance to an amusement park. A line drawn between the real world and the world of whimsy within. On this side, the apathy of our everyday lives. And on the other, anything we might dare to dream. It's no wonder Callum ran back inside. I wouldn't want to leave
Attention
either.
employees, the park is now closed. Have a safe journey home.
I take that back. This does not look fun and nice and cute anymore. This doesn't look nice and cute. What happened to my beautiful sunshine? Oh, look, that's a pretty moon.
Wait, Callum! Oh, God. The park. What happened here? It's easy to get lost here.
It's literally a circle. How the fuck do you get lost?
Callum?
Of course, I can't run when I need to. Unsettling. Carrie Killian is Satan's whore. Well, good on her for enjoying her life, I guess.
Hello.
Hi. Let's go find our runaway brat.
I think this belongs to Callum. Come to Mommy, Callum.
This way.
Chad the Chipmunk, huh? Just a drunk guy in a suit.
Chad the Chipmunk, worst in class. Chad can't even seem to pass. Chad gets angry, likes to fight. Chad is beaten every night. Chad will have a dead-end job. Chad will die a useless slob. Oh. Lovely.
I wonder what this is.
Wonder what this is too, because I've never successfully read any of these notes because the print is just too goddamn tiny. Purchase the land on Solomon Island for a pittance. I might add, whatever old Archie Henderson did to the locals, just the mention of his name and people slamming doors and locking shutters from the moment I arrived on the island. My lawyers had arranged everything in advance. The realtor still had to come and deliver the keys to me personally. He took it upon himself to offer me another warning. I don't know what you're planning to do with this land, Mr. Winter, but the soil here is bitter.
Gold Ranger 88 is here.
Yes, I know, I can see that. With a curse carried from the old country, Old Man Henderson, he did terrible dark things. The land remembers, sir. What old country and what terrible dark things? I'm intrigued. I dismissed him shortly after, mostly amused by his pathetic attempts at warning me off. I have a great vision for this place, and the will to see the vision through to the very end. Atlantic Island Park. The name is perfect, and I cannot imagine it being anything else. This is the start of something amazing. No offense, buddy, but this doesn't look amazing. How is this decrepit, run-down park getting electricity? Like, are we running on some solar power here? What was that? Hello?
Mommy needs to see you, Callum.
Tunnel of Tales.
Callum, stay where you are.
Come on, Mommy.
Get your little butt back here. Wait, how is this thing even moving? These things have tracks that move with electricity. How are these even functioning? Okay, let's... I don't know how riding this. I mean, we could have probably just waited for him to come back around and grabbed him then. Got him the hell out of here.
URL.
Near a great forest, there lived a poor woodcutter, his wife and his 2 children. A boy named Hansel and a girl named Gretel. They were very poor and had very
Yup,
little
this is
to
Raven with
bite
shit's going
or
to beat
suck.
the child.
What will become of us? The woodcutter asked his wife.
I'm not
one
going to
night.
beat him.
I tell you what, husband, we will take the
Hey.
children into the thickest part of the forest tomorrow and abandon them there. No, my wife, I cannot do that, said the man. Then we will all 4 starve, you fool. Hansel and Gretel overheard their parents talking, and Gretel began to weep. Do not fret, Gretel, Hansel said. He crept out of the hut and gathered white stones from the ground to fill his pockets.
Liar.
Okay, this kid probably does deserve an ass beating for running back into the park, but...
The next morning, the woodcutter leads
fuck
the
is
children
that?
into the forest. Before they leave, their mother gives
is
them
that
a
a fucking
slice
chipmunk?
of bread and warns them that they will
Holy
eat no
shit,
more
that
food
chipmunk is
that day.
dead!
Clever Hansel leaves a trail of white
How did
stones
that get in
behind
here?
them as they pass into the woods. When their father leaves them, the children wait a while, then follow the trail back to their
Okay, I don't
parents'
think
house.
Chad liked us reading the poem about him.
After receiving a thorough scolding from their parents
I
for
have-
getting
LOL.
lost in the woods, the children are sent to bed without
I have
any
no
supper.
weapons.
Hansel tried to sneak out and collect more white stones, but found that the door was locked. "Tomorrow I will take them into the woods myself," the wife told the woodcutter.
It's like High Raven.
In the morning, their mother gave them a slice of bread and led them deep into the forest once again.
It wants to be friends with me. What the what?
Hansel broke
Okay,
the bread
I don't
into
have a
pieces
weapon.
and left a trail of breadcrumbs to lead them
I'm
safely
not enjoying
home.
this.
But hungry-eyed birds snatched up the breadcrumbs and his trail was destroyed. Abandoned by their parents and unable to find the trail home, the children wandered in the forest for 3 days. The children stumbled into a clearing with an exceedingly strange house.
How is this even
Its
working right
walls
now?
were made of gingerbread, and its windows were panes of clear sugar. Hansel, desperately hungry, ran forward and began to nibble on the walls. "Nibble, nibble, little mouse. Who is nibbling at my house?" An old woman emerged from the house, sniffing the air and peering around with cloudy eyes. "Oh, you dear children, who brought you here? Just come in and stay with me. No harm will come to you." But Hansel and Gretel stayed back, for the old woman reminded them of their cruel mother. "Come, children,
Sure it's
don't
not
be
really your mother?
afraid. I have something for you." The old woman offered them 2 enormous lollipops. The children took them and began to eat. "You see, nothing to fear here. Come inside," the old woman urged, and the children, still licking their sweets, followed.
Pretty sure I have everything to fear. Whoa!
Once inside the house,
Okay.
the old woman
Yo,
shaved.
who saw? Yo,
She
I've played this game like
stuffed
1,000
Hansel
times.
into a
That
cage
has never happened. What the fuck?
and put Gretel to work,
Run.
sweeping and
Yes,
cleaning
run,
her
because
house.
I don't know what's going on. I know all these
Brother
jump
will
scares
make a
inside
good
out. That
mouthful,
was a new one.
the old witch told
Hold
Gretel.
on, I gotta roll the video
Once
back
he
for
is
that.
fattened up, I shall feast upon him. Time passed,
I
and
gave
poor
money to
Hansel
help you out.
refused to eat.
Yay!
Being the
We have
day
our
that
first
the witch was
donation!
eaten, the witch, for her part, grew impatient.
Gold Ranger 88, aka
Today,
my
I
friend
will
Rose,
cook and
is
eat
fantastic.
your brother, Gretel. Climb inside and
Our
light
first
the
donation
oven.
to the sick children.
But Gretel pretended not to understand. I do not know how. Where is the opening?
Okay, but no, seriously.
Fool, the old witch
Seriously.
said. The opening
I need
is
to
here.
roll that bit back.
And she moved to show Gretel. Seizing her courage, brave Gretel gave the witch a shove, and the old crone tumbled forward into the oven. Gretel slid a large iron bolt over the door to the
Love
oven.
you too, LOL. Emoji smiling
Gretel
face with
freed her
open mouth.
brother Hansel, and together they lit a fire beneath the oven. And though she screamed and begged, the children
I've
sat
watched
by
this
the oven
like
until her
playback
screams
like
had
6
stilled,
times. I
and the
don't
witch
know what that was.
cooked.
Then jumped on the boat.
And
That's
then,
not supposed to
because
happen.
even children
That was-
can't survive
That was
on
not
sweets,
part of the game.
they divided up the body of the old
What the
witch
fuck?
and ate her.
When did they add new jump scares to the game? Oh fuck. So much for knowing what I'm doing. Oh, okay. Hi, Mr. Ducky. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh. Callum? Callum, is that you? Get your little ass over. Oh no, that's a wooden post. Never mind. How did any of that work with without electricity. How is this decrepit, rundown park running on electricity right now? Anyway, now that I still don't know what just happened, we are streaming this video to raise money for, what are we? The Children's
Hansel and
Miracle.
Gretel. I used to read it to Callum when the electricity was shut off. Those poor children. The whole world against them. The forest, the birds, the old witch, even their own parents. I used to imagine that Callum and I were the kids in that story. Not mother and son, but brother and sister, hand in hand against the unkind world. We were always hungry, looking for our own house made of candy, looking for the sweetness that could take the pain away. Hunger leads people to desperate, terrible places where the tree
I
branches reach
tweeted
like
and shared on
claws.
Facebook.
Yay! Thanks. No, we're not raising money for Hansel and Gretel. Thank you, Gabe. We're raising money for the Children's Miracle Network. The link to the donation page is in the description below. So check that out. Rose kindly gave us some money. Because he's awesome like that.
Another accident. This place.
Callum?
Callum?
Oh, no. Oh! It's Mr. Bear. Mr. Bear with a screwdriver. Yep. Screwdriver or a knife. Oh yay, another note that is way too tiny for me to read. Despite the constant interruptions to work, Atlantic Island Park will be opening on time. You call this open? The governor is booked to cut the ribbon, so the only real question is whether we will have any customers. I'm not truly worried. The customers will come out of simple curiosity. I decided what was needed from the banned writings of Archie Henderson. I deduced what was... Four's astonishing... Archie Henderson's astonishing... See, this is way too tiny to read. To think that a resonance of positive emotions can be used to fuel such a process. Henderson himself chose to use negative, and that caused some of the taint that still lingers in this place. I will not make his mistakes. Very soon I will know if this has all been for nothing. So you're attempting black magic using happiness? I don't think that's how that works, buddy. I'm pretty positive black magic is not how this works.
Come back.
Oh. This way? Okay. We're gonna go back, because this is a circle. And we're gonna find out where that damn chipmunk is. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go check on that chipmunk.
Mommy needs to see you, Callum.
How is any of this running? Okay, so like I said, I've played this game a ton of times. Despite the fact that apparently stuff still happens that even I don't know about. It's over here. You know, I've never actually gone this way. I wonder what's over here. I mean, it's open. You can walk over here.
Black magic LOL.
I hear something. Can I get down to the water?
You need to play Outlast.
Why do I need to play Outlast? That's not on the list of games. Okay, so there's nothing over here. But that looks fun. Actually, that kind of looks terrifying. Why are all of these amusement park rides made with demons? mean, you had the scary-ass witch in the beginning of the video. You have the story of Hansel and Gretel without the happy ending. And now you got the octopus ride with a demon
This
head.
old thing used to make the blood run to my head. Make me dizzy. The guy just snapped. Those poor kids.
I can actually read this one without having to get up.
I live streamed it and loved it. It's a good game.
We were waiting for our turn on the ride. Frank, me, and the boys. This fellow in the chipmunk suit is making an ice carving while people took photographs. Lawrence wanted to go over to him, but I've always been a bit wary of those suits. They give me the creeps. It's silly, I know. Anyway, the chipmunk man, he was carving and picking away at this ice. And at first, we thought it was making some animal, like a tiger or a lion. But more and more ice fell away. When you first looked at it, it looked like a human face smiling out of that block of ice. But the more you looked at it, the more you saw that there were something not quite right about the proportions, something unusual. This made your heart begin to beat just a little bit fast, like you were prey and this thing in the ice was a hunter. But then these teenagers walked up and one of them made a face at the carving and said something rude to the guy in the chipmunk suit, and then, well, he went berserk. For a few moments, it was chaos. Everybody was running away from this guy who had one of the teenagers at the ground, and he was stabbing and stabbing and stabbing with the ice pick, and blood was spraying, and people were screaming, and Frank and I had the kids, and we were dragging them away as fast as we could. And the last thing I saw before Frank dragged me away was that eyeball of one of those poor kids had landed in the ice sculpture, making the horrible creature look more or less alive. Alrighty then. Who wants to get ride the octopus ride? Let's go check over here. Ooh, another paper. Something, something. I'm not getting up to read that. Basically, all these papers get progressively more and more into this guy practicing black magic. And at first, he tries to use happiness, and it doesn't work, and he gets more and more into the dark aspects. Bring the speed down to 0 on the gauge here. Okay. So, you have an octopus demon holding smiling, not smiling. They don't look like they're smiling. They look so sad. Aw, the little cars look sad. Right, Octotron. Absolutely, let's do this. What could possibly happen? Okay, so if I turn the speed off, how the fuck is this thing moving? Hello! the speed up. Okay, you. Okay. Oh, there's a picture.
Oh, I remember this.
Okay, what do you remember about it?
Treachery hides in thoughts. Treachery that lashes like a whip and scars our insides. The first time I saw Callum, my thoughts betrayed me. I looked down at this wrinkled, red, bawling thing and I thought, is that it? We build our world from expectations, and the world that I had built for Callum was no different. He was so real, so there, and so far from my expectations. They shattered, and as they fell in pieces, that one treacherous thought became a new foundation. All of the love that we shared, all of the warmth and goodness that followed, built on a single, traitorous thought.
There's somebody in there. See, I'm telling you, this
Man, now I know why I delete this game, it sucks.
What do you mean this game sucks? This game is awesome. Perfect little Halloween game, nice short playthrough, something you can easily stream, and oh my god, more fucking demons. With, pretty sure that's a structure usually used in Japan. It's okay, I promise. On my next day off, I have a much, much better stream planned. It's a much, much better horror game. And then on the 31st, we're just gonna have a whole day of Halloween games.
I beat 2 time.
Constant crashes and 80s music. Guess it floats someone's boat.
That's my boat.
I see.
Alrighty then. I'm not sure that you can actually beat this game. There's really only one ending. Unless you know some ending I don't.
Stop! Callum!
This way, Mommy.
This way where?
Stop! Callum!
Oh, there. How does this thing have power? So basically, car goes wild, kills a bunch of people. Fuck, I can't move. And really, once you understand the deep undertones of this game, like once we get to the end, I'll explain, like, the whole game. But if I explain
It's a matter of public record that I am a failure as a mother. Once, when Callum was very small, I left him asleep in the car while I ran an errand. Don't even remember what it was. When I came back, the sheriff was standing next to the car, watching my boy through the window. I didn't like what I saw in his eyes. Judgment. He wrote me the ticket without saying a word. Just the scratch of his pen on the notepad. When he gave it to me, our eyes met. I know what you're going through. My daughter, Helen, she just gets some help. Help was a bolt of lightning. Help was 1,000 volts surging through my veins. Help is agony. I'd rather die. I wanted to scream. I'd rather you pulled your gun and shot me. But instead my mouth said, "Yes, Sheriff."
Isn't there supposed to be a flashlight here for me to take? Pretty sure there's supposed to be a flashlight on the table. What was that? So now having been to Montana and seeing the scenery in Montana, I am convinced this game takes place in Montana.
So they are going to close this place down.
I'm pretty sure
Doesn't
this place
surprise
is
me.
already closed. Family of 3 killed when roller coaster cart derailed. 14 separate incidents of broken bones and crushed ribs while riding the Octotron. The 3 suicides from the top of the Ferris wheel. Decrease speed. So yeah, if I explain the game now, it's just gonna ruin the ending. So stay with me to the ending and I will explain the whole game, which I think we only have like maybe 15 more minutes if that. I still don't know what the hell happened on that ride. I still don't know what the point of this ride is.
People come into your life for a reason. Dad used to say that before Mom ran off. After that, he mostly just drank. Things were different for Don and I. When we met, I was sweeping the floor at Susie's diner. He came in with some workers, but he didn't try to flirt or cop a feel like the others. He just ordered a coffee and sat there, watching me. When my shift was over, he offered to walk me home. I don't know how to describe that walk. We talked and laughed and eventually kissed. It felt like love. It felt like a fairy tale. I can't tell you if Callum was made that night or one of the ones that followed. But I think it has to be that night. That one perfect night. Dawn and I moved in together, but then, well, he died. According to the supervisor, his safety harness failed when he was working on the top of the Ferris wheel. Don was there one moment, and then gone. Sometimes people leave your life for no reason. I was 3 months pregnant with Callum. Fairy tale fucking over.
So, on that depressing note, we just raised $10 more for Children's Miracle Network from an anonymous donor. So thank you, whoever you may be. You are fantastic, and the children will appreciate it, I'm sure. But there is a... Oh, look, it's Mr. Top Hat Demon again. There is a specific reason that I chose this game for the Children's Miracle Network livestream. Not for what you may think. Once I explain the game at the end, it will all become clear. But there is a specific reason. As I said, there's only like 15 minutes left in gameplay. It's a very, very short game. lost in this park. Although this way's never been open before. I'm convinced this game's changed since I played it like 4 or 5 months ago. There was a new jump scare, there's a path that's never been there. Maybe I just really haven't noticed it. No, because I totally came up from this way over here, didn't? No, I came up from... I'm lost.
Mommy is coming, Callum.
Oh, I hear a baby. Here we go. This seems right. The baby in it? Well, lovely. So let's see if we can get some guesses. Who thinks they can guess what this game is really about?
A lot of people idolize their children. You hear them talking about their kids and just the way they talk, their fucking voices make me want to vomit. My angel likes to read, and little Johnny is so good on the piano. Fuck those people! You give up 9 months of your life carrying them, you traumatize yourself giving birth to them, and then you spend the rest of your life as their slave. Wiping asses, mopping up piss, feeding them. Little life-sucking monsters who take and take and take until... we all go insane. Any parent who pretends otherwise is just dishonest. That's called choice supportive bias. I am honest. Callum really grinds my gears, and he owes me everything. Everything. It'd serve the little fuck right if I just abandoned him. I always wanted to ride this one. Never got around to do it before.
There's only like 4 rides in this whole park. How did you never get around to riding this? Oh, look, it's Mr. Top Hat Demon
What do
again.
you want?
We need to talk about Callum.
What do you mean? What have you done to him?
That's insulting. You and your boy are everything that this place doesn't want. The antithesis of what we stand for.
Where is Callum?
Poor child. He tried so hard to do what he was taught. He even left you a trail of breadcrumbs. But the park is just so hungry.
Tell me where my son is.
Which has him now? Has both of you. No happy ending here, I'm afraid.
Just leave me alone.
Fool. You always were.
Oh yeah, seizure warning. This scene may induce seizures. It works. I don't know what works. Because you can't read half these notes. But something somewhere works. There's my flashlight.
The witch awaits.
Let's get her.
Callum has bruises on his arms, finger marks. Someone has been hurting him. I've asked him, demanded really, to know where he got the marks. But he doesn't want to answer me. Something has scared him into silence. He doesn't dare talk. He's been changing too. Something sinister lurks in the darkness behind his eyes. I catch him staring at me at odd moments. In the night, he tosses and turns and cries out words that I cannot understand. When I try to soothe him, he snaps and bites at my fingers. I think he wants to talk to me. I think he wants to tell me. But they are watching him every minute of every day. They are whispering to him in his sleep, changing him. They are taking my baby away from me. I can save him. And there will be pain. But I love him, and in the end, he will understand why. The whole town was shocked by that one. Never found out who did it.
So really, if you can't figure out what this game is really about at this point, you should probably watch some more horror games. Or horror movies for that.
Poor bastard. Who did this to him?
Hi! This doesn't seem like a bad idea at all.
These are mine.
100 milligram of... Not safe. Your mother. The League. Say no to graffiti. Some kids laugh, some kids cry, but mostly children simply die. All that you love will be carried away. 1980s. Are you better off than you were 4 years ago? Reagan 80. Don't believe anything they tell you. Fear the boogeyman. Stop picking your nose then. Mr. Mr. Bear?
Don't touch me.
Callum!
No.
Are you starting to figure it out yet? The subliminal messaging in this game is just simply fantastic.
The park is a collage of contradictions all of its own. Millions of people die every year in car crashes, and the park has little cars designed specifically to simulate that action. Hear the children scream with joy. In the sideshow alley, you can walk away with 15 cents worth of mass-produced Chinese teddy bears while a grinning carny pockets your hard-earned $5. What secrets lie beneath the sullen waters of the lake? The tears of jilted lovers, the soiled condoms of illicit affairs, the clotted blood of the lonely suicide. And the face of the witch looms over it all. I've always despised her toothy grin and warty nose. I hate that sparkle in her weathered, watchful eyes. I think Callum is waiting for me. Inside.
Oh, there we go. Load screens! So who's having fun? We got maybe like 5 more minutes left. Holy shit. Yo! There was totally a cutout just there. Yo! It's cool. So you can't use the mirrors to see around the corners. It's kind of lame. Or you can, because there's the chipmunk. Holy fuck! I was supposed to be, the chipmunk was actually supposed to be there. I thought it was just a cutout. Guess now we know how the park's still running. There's a lot of generators hooked up. Mr. Top Hat Demon, so he's following us. I think we're supposed to go... just blocking the... Holy shit! Okay, I jumped a little on that one. I will admit it. Wait! Wait! I just came this way, did I?
LOL.
I'm so lost and confused right now. Oh look, another page. I totally just came down this hallway and this wasn't there. Fuck these demons. Oh. Holy. More creeped out by the zombie Callum.
One little duck went out one day.
After they let me out, they gave me Callum back and sent me home with a handful of breadcrumbs. Home, bittersweet home. I barely recognized it. Where there had been color and light, there were shadows and regrets. Where there had been warmth, there was a bone-deep coldness that never went away. I tried my hardest to keep the ghosts at bay. Don, watching from the dusty corners while I tried to teach his son to read. My father, coldly assessing me and finding me lacking. I devoted myself to Callum and did the things that they told me. It will get better, they said. Every day will be a little better than the last. I'm in the woods now, lost and afraid. Things never got any better.
Yummy. Why can't I read that note? Okay.
One little duck went out one day over the hills and far away. Mother duck said quack, 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 quack. But no little ducks came back.
It has made me a happy carrot. I am a happy carrot. Anyone figured out what's going on yet? See her try. Bye-bye. Her lie. Her why. Lovely. Top hat demon. I think this has got to be the creepiest scene in the whole game. This has got to be... Zoloff, 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 Zoloff. Oh. Callum? I take that back. There is actually a creepier scene than this one. This is... This is it. See her lie. See him die. Ask her why. See her try. Say bye-bye. See her cry. No, Dad, Cal, not him. You will watch me rot. Okay.
Stories are told again and again, and from their shape we build our understanding of the world. Two children are led into the woods. They are lost for a time, but then are captured by an old witch. The child goes missing in Atlantic Island Park. He wanders lost for a time before finding his way into the mouth of an old witch. In the oldest version of this story, the mother and the witch were the same person. I never wanted to be the witch. But I am, aren't I?
So, to start explaining this, she is severely, severely depressed. She lost her husband, her dad kidnapped her from her mom, and her mom refuses to forgive her. Her life has just been horrible. So then she has this kid, and she starts suffering from postpartum depression.
Callum. Callum! Callum. Callum. Callum! And that is what makes this game so awesome. Everything you went through.
Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine. Don't blame yourself, Lorraine. People lose things all the time. Take a deep breath and think about the last place you saw your son.
Look familiar? He's the guy from the start of the game.
In my heart and mind, I always return to Atlantic Island Park.
She was so depressed that she actually kills her own son. And when she's being questioned by police and they ask her to go back and think about everything that transpired, that is what you're playing through. You are playing through her mental breakdown. Every level that she goes through with her insanity, you just dive deeper into it. That continuing spiral of the apartment, that is her growing progressively more and more insane. That's why this game is awesome. Because it all comes back to the amount of insanity and what small things can lead up to big things. Anyway, this has been fun. Again, we want to thank the people who donated to the Children's Miracle Network and for watching the stream. We will be back with more Halloween-themed games for the rest of October, including Until Dawn, the Amnesia Collection. I think that's it, right? It's just Until Dawn and the Amnesia Collection? Until Dawn and the Amnesia Collection. Yeah, that sounds about right. But yes, thank you everyone.